Imagine you're a lawyer sifting through a mountain of legal documents, or a doctor analyzing a complex medical report. How do you know the AI helping you is really thinking through the details, or just guessing? That's the big question behind a new breakthrough in AI, DocThinker, a system that makes artificial intelligence explain itself when handling documents. Today's AI models, like those that read text and images together, are super powerful. But here's the catch, they're like black boxes. We can't always see how they reach their answers. This is a problem, especially in high-stakes fields where mistakes could have real-world consequences. Let's talk about the solution. Traditional AI methods use chain-of-thought, COTI, reasoning. Think of it as a step-by-step checklist. First, I'll look at this part of the document, then this, then I'll guess the answer. But here's the issue, those checklists are static. They can't adapt if the document is weirdly formatted or the question is tricky. Plus, they forget what they learned earlier, like a student who crams studies but can't apply knowledge later. That's where DocThinker steps in. Instead of following a fixed plan, it's like a flexible thinker. It uses reinforcement learning, a type of AI training where the model learns by trial and error, getting rewards for good decisions. But here's the twist, it's rule-based. So it doesn't just guess, it follows logical guidelines to refine its reasoning on the fly. Here's how it works. When DocThinker tackles a document, it doesn't just spit out an answer. It shows its work. Think of it as a detective writing notes. Oh, maybe the key clue is here. Wait, this part might be important. And finally, okay, I think the answer is. These steps are explainable, so humans can check if the AI is making sense. The magic happens with two key ideas. First, multi-objective rewards, which train the model to balance accuracy, clarity, and adaptability, like a chef juggling ingredients to make a perfect dish. Second, GRPO, Group Relative Policy Optimization, a technique that helps the AI avoid catastrophic forgetting. It's like teaching a dog new tricks without it forgetting its old ones. The results? DocThinker outperforms older methods in both accuracy and transparency. It adapts to weird document layouts, explains its reasoning, and even corrects itself when it goes off track. This isn't just a tech upgrade, it's a step toward AI we can trust in critical fields. So next time you see an AI handling documents, ask yourself, is it just guessing or is it thinking, and can it explain itself? With innovations like DocThinker, the answer is getting clearer. Thanks for watching, stay curious, and let's keep exploring the future of AI together. Ever tried untangling a mountain of paperwork, or deciphering a report with confusing charts? Imagine an AI that could instantly spot the key numbers, charts, or tables in a document, like a supercharged version of your brain's highlighter function. That's exactly what researchers built with their new model, DocThinker 7B. Let's break down why this is a game changer. The secret sauce? A training method called reinforcement learning with ROI-based rewards. Think of it like teaching a kid to find a specific toy in a messy room. Every time the kid points to the right toy, they get a gold star. DocThinker does something similar. It earns points for correctly identifying where important info lives in a document, like spotting a graph in a report or a critical number in a table. This focus on where to look makes its answers way more accurate. And the numbers? Let's talk stats. In tasks like DocVQA, where you answer questions about documents, DocThinker crushed the competition with 38.3% accuracy, nearly double the previous best. On TextVQA, it hit 59.2% versus 57.6%, a tiny but mighty edge. For super tricky tasks like SROIE, think messy receipts, it jumped from 18.5% to 32.1%. It's not just documents, either. It outperformed others in general tasks like Visual 7W by better understanding how text and images connect. Here's a cool twist. The team tested rephrased questions to see if AI could handle tricky phrasing. Spoiler, models trained on these questions performed better. They even checked for hallucinations, when AI makes things up. Only 4% of rephrased questions were confusing, and humans called 99% of answers correct. Pretty impressive for a machine. Of course, no model is flawless. In one test, it correctly identified a book's title, but misread the publication year. But compared to older systems, DocThinker's ability to adapt and explain its reasoning represents a leap forward. This isn't just about speed or accuracy, it's about building AI that humans can trust and understand. So the next time you see an AI handling documents, remember, it's not just processing data. It's thinking, adapting, and most importantly, explaining itself. Thanks for watching. Stay curious, and let's keep pushing the boundaries of what AI can do.